Good morning, everyone. I'm Jen Houston, owner of the Artsy Fartsy Gallery. I'm a full-time independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canmore, Alberta, Canada. Welcome to Wildcard Wednesday. So today we are going to be playing around with a beautiful, I love when these colors sing, a beautiful color combo. And the way we decided, how to what combo to use was I asked the question, what color are your socks? And so you responded in corresponding Stampin' Up! Colors. And so this morning early, I randomly chose one of those comments. And Mary Ellen Ryan, congratulations, your color combo was chosen. I kind of tweaked and changed it a little bit so you can see what I kind of came up with. But thanks for popping on. Hi Donna, good morning. Nice to see you. So just like Donna, when you pop on, say hello. Chit chat amongst yourselves, ask questions, do all sorts of things. I love hearing your comments and seeing all your hearts for all the things that you absolutely love when you see them. So thank you so much for that. And also, if you could share this video with those who are crafty folk like ourselves, that would be helpful for my little business. So thank you for doing that. All right, so first off, our feature this week, let me just show you that, is the beautiful Enjoy the Moment stamp set. It tends to lend itself to be a little masculine, almost. And so today I'm going to show you some feminine versions. So hopefully that's kind of fun for you. And if you purchase this stamp set with me this week, I'm going to send you a sample of the Well Suited twine. And the Well Suited set comes in the brand new catalog. Yay, love new catalogs. So that's what you're going to see all week. So the color combo this morning, let me just pull something up here. Okay, so the color combo is, thanks to Mary Ellen, Crumb Cake, Flirty Flamingo, Blushing Bride, blah, 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 and Early Espresso. And I'm adding hits of white in there as well. So there you go. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And this kind of inspired me this morning. So I just happened to look up and there was the most stunning sky ever. And the goal was this morning to do some silhouette kind of looks, but it kind of morphed into a whole bunch of things. So you will see how we could morph that into silhouettes, kind of, I guess, as we go throughout the day here. So, all right, let's get to our next screen here. Here we are. And so we're going to be playing with this stamp set. Like I said, Enjoy the Moment. It doesn't come with any dies or any punches or anything. It's kind of easy on its own. They're easy-ish shapes to cut out. They're great stamped on a project or cut out. Either way works really well. And I also want to use the Ornate Layers dies. These dies make anything look feminine and gorgeous, right? So we are playing around with some of these today. I guess I could have thrown that in here. I love how they all kind of coordinate and stack nicely. So there we go. We're going to play with those. So the Ornate Layers dies. Now any of these products that I use today, if you see and you're like, oh, what's that? I want that. Contact me and I can help you out. I will also be listing all of the products that I use on my blog later on today. All right, so yesterday was the Template Tuesday, and I gave you a template to kind of create with. Jennifer made a beautiful Valentine card using that template, and I did not get time to make anything with that template because I was doing a cognitive test and it took 3 hours. And after that, my brain was fried. I actually had a nap. I was so tired. Um, so yes, it was a long afternoon and I could just not do any more. So I thought, well, let's use this color combo and, you know, use the template and kind of make a card to kill two birds with one stone, right? So first off, I am using Crumb Cake as our card base, 8.5 by 5.5 folded in half. I see. Got. Hopefully this helps me. Hopefully I haven't died here yet. So Crumb Cake, I've got a little strip of Flirty Flamingo. So this is 3/4 inch by 5.5. I've got Blushing Bride, 3/4 inch by 5.5. And I have a little piece of Early Espresso. And I've pre-embossed the saying "a little note" with white embossing powder. And then I stamped this little poppy, the dried poppy seeds on Whisper White with Early Espresso ink. Okay. Oh, I guess I did one of these seed heads as well. I don't know what this is from again. I should have looked this up, but I didn't. Okay, so let's start off. I wanted to do something with the background just to make it just kind of subtle, something there, but nothing too whoa, in your face. So I'm just going to take some of these stamps, and instead of actually even using Crumb Cake on Crumb Cake, because even that I thought was going to be a little too much, what you can do is use Versamark as an ink. Good morning, ladies. Hello, hello. Great to see you. So I'm using Versamark, and I'm just going to stamp a background. See how very subtle that is? Just easy peasy. So it kind of takes on the color of the cardstock, but just faint. I often forget to do this because oftentimes you want big, bold color shapes, whatnot, but sometimes you just want those little subtle hints in the background, right? Let's go in with this poppy seed head. Just a little one there. Maybe I can do one on sort of an angle here. And let's see, can I fill anything in with this little, oh, what are they called? And which way are they supposed to go? I'm trying to think, like they're kind of like a parachute, aren't they? This shape. They fall down this way, don't they? And then they twirl. Because you would think the heavier part would go, well, maybe not. I don't know. Does Versamark actually dry? I imagine it would stay sticky. Yes, it does dry. It does. Yeah, good question. And if you're, you know, a little concerned about it or whatever, you can always run the heat tool over top of it. But I've never had anything stick to it or have a problem with it, so there. See? Isn't that just simply just little subtle, little something. Okay, so now I'm going to put my Flirty Flamingo layer on with the Stamp and Seal. Just right along the bottom. So this is filling up the whole card base all the way across. Sometimes we, you know, kind of tend to trim it a little bit, but I'm doing as the template said, trying something out just a little bit different. So I like it. I actually like its look. So there's those two layers. And then I'm going to add these little doodads. Kind of, oh, I guess our template had it over here. So maybe I'll put them over here. Let's see. just going to use Stamp and Seal for this one. While I think of it, because I'm sure I'll forget again. Chopped. Registration starts, they hang by their stems on the tree. Your yard's full of them. Okay. So they hang that way. But when they fall off the tree, which direction do they go? All right, is the leafy part at the top, or does it go at the bottom? Okay. I'll just put that one there, right over top. Okay, and then I was thinking underneath this little note, I wanted to use some linen thread just to kind of tie it all together. So I'm just going to add some snail on the back of this, do a little twisty around my fingers. And kind of loosen it a little. Like so. And then let's use dimensionals to pop this layer up. It also helps hold that string at the back there. I suppose they can fly any direction. You want to register for Chopped? Yay! We'll be the 3rd Canadian. Mary is joined. Jan Shand has joined. I'm excited about that. I've never seen her work before, so that'll be exciting. All right. I suppose I'm like working away and you can't even see. Okay, isn't that gorgeous? Just very simple, very subtle. I'm going to add pearls because, you know, I like pearls. If I could find where I put my pearls. Maybe I won't be. If I find them later, I'll throw them on. But I would just probably put a couple here, maybe one down here. I think isn't this color combo great? Love it. So there we go. There's card number 1. And it fills our template that we had yesterday. Here's another one that I did as an example. This one I stamped with Versamark. Then this one I did a layer of Blushing Bride on Blushing Bride and Crumb Cake on Crumb Cake. Used, you know, decorated these layers as well. Then you just stamped right onto the card and added that seed pod head with that little white polka dotted ribbon. So just, you know, different varieties, different side. See what you think. Definitely more busy. This is definitely more calm, but I like them both the same. So there we go. 2 examples that I will be putting online for you to see under the template. All right, for this next one, I decided to use Early Espresso as my card base. I was going to put a layer right here of Blushing Bride, 5.5 by, what was it, 2? I think it was 2. Then, like I said, we're using this gorgeous ornate frame in the basic white. We have white back, yay, yay. Now, I was going to use the clear embossing powder, but I just found it was too much. So I decided to go with the white. And one of the cool things of the ornate frames is that they have this stitching on a long rectangle. So I was going to add that there, across there. And then, you know, I stamp these little, what do they call, whirligigs? I'm sure there's a proper name for them. In Early Espresso onto Flirty Flamingo paper. I thought I'd put them over there. But before we assemble all this, I need your help, I can't decide. Should we stamp these little whirly dudes on here in Versamark or Crumb Cake or nothing at all? Should I stamp something on there just to give it a little texture or not? So you help me out. While you're doing that, I'm going to actually be using the new blender brushes. Whoops. The new blender brushes. Okay, so I was playing around with it this morning. They're kind of neat. Definitely lighter than a dauber, but covers a whole lot more space faster, and you get less of that dot look, which I like. Okay, so what I decided was I was going to go in with Flirty Flamingo, because this is Flirty Flamingo paper. I'm just going to rub off on here because I'm just not familiar with these things just yet. And I'm just going to go kind of around these flower heads. In hopes that it's going to give like a little halo look almost. So I guess you just go in little circles from what I was able to find. Stamp and Versamark, you say? Okay. Yeah, I think it would look nice just with a wee little something, but not crazy. So you have to, it kind of forces you to go and go slow in a lot of stages, which is good, because sometimes you end up with daubers, you end up, oh my goodness, you daub on a layer and it's like you can't take it off, right? But these you can build up colors and build up the intensity of a color just by going over it more and more times. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there, and then I'm going to go over it with a Kleenex, which do I have an old wipe in my garbage here? I have baby wipes beside me, but not Kleenex. There we go. Okay, so just, wipe this off because you're going to have ink on top of that white image. Everybody's still there? It's like somebody was phoning. So it just gives it a little bit of variation in color, a little bit, just a little something. I think it's kind of cute. Okay, so back to these. Let's go in. Maybe we'll mix up those pom-poms and my official term, pom-poms and the whirligigs. Also throw in the stems too, right? There we go. Okay, just a little faint something in the background. All right, let's add this to here with my stamp and seal. It goes right to the edge, like so. And then we can layer this down right kind of in the middle. I'm just putting the adhesive on the inside part of the frame. Well, maybe I'll, Maybe I'll go a little more to the right side as opposed to center. Like that. And my piece of Flirty Flamingo. Let's pop that up. I think it'd be cute. So those blender brushes are part of the new catalog. So if you haven't seen the new catalog, you have to check that out. I can send you one if you live in Canada and you're not working with any other demonstrator. I'd love to send you one. And you can check out all of the amazing things. Pretty amazing. Okay, so there. Then I'm going to put this across with our crumb cake layer. Good things are worth waiting for. I like it. So I've already popped this up, this piece up. So I'm just going to go on this side with the, we'll do 2 layers of dimensionals right here. And the rest will just get 1. So layering 2 on top of each other, just because that center portion has already been popped up once. Okay, good things are worth waiting for. Looks good, looks good. I think that's pretty straight. You've changed my mind about this set. Awesome. I know. I was on the fence about it. It came free with the, oh, what is it called? On Stage. And so, you know, I thought, okay, no, I got to play with it. I got to give it a fair shake. But, you know, a lot of what I saw was, as examples, were very masculine looking at, which is, I mean, great, because masculine tends to be hard. But I thought, oh, you know, let's just feminize this and make it kind of cutesy and not farmhouse, but kind of rustic, and I don't know what I'm trying to say. There. Okay. There we have it. Isn't it cute? Like those little pom-pommy things could be on absolutely anything as a background. I think it would be so cute. So there we go. There's card number 2. Now our next card, we are going to play around. I've got Blushing Bride, Early Espresso using the big frame. I also have a white version like this. And then I decided to just put the, I'm going to remember the sunset I showed at the beginning. Did everyone see my sunset here? So this is what I saw this morning. And so that kind of made me think, I want to use these blender brushes to create kind of a layered look with a sunrise, pardon me, sunrise. So let's do that with our blender brushes. Okay, so first off, I'm not going to use Early Espresso. I've decided, since Early Espresso is already in the background, I'm just going to start off with Crumb Cake. It's such a teeny space, this little guy. So let's just rub this on the bottom. There again, you know, start off, it starts off light, but you can add more and more layers to it. Okay, and let's go into our Flirty Flamingo next. Okay. And then our last layer of, oops, Blushing Bride. Now apparently you can just wash these things out and they'll go back to basically being white. I'm excited. I'm debating trying a Facebook Live on Friday, but I'm scared and I'm worried my video will be sideways as my videos usually are. There is a little tool button that can help you switch the direction. I'll have to help you out with that. All right, so here's my, oh dear, don't do that. My graduated sky. Pretty. And so I decided, I think I want to put this image stamped on there in the Early Espresso ink. So it's not going to get it all, but it'll get most of the pieces. There. Now, like those trees in they wash well. Just leave mine to dry overnight. Nice. To get kind of more that silhouette look like the trees and my sunrise there this morning, I'm going to take my blender pen and just move some of this ink that's already been layered on here with the stamp and kind of just, it swooshes it around. Blender pens are awesome things. It's just going to kind of fill in, make this a little bit darker color to make more of a silhouette look as opposed to light. So it's like you're, you know, those trees were dark black and in front of the sunrise. There we go. Pretty. And you know, I thought, ooh, sky's not perfect. So I'm going to take my Flirty Flamingo Stamp and Blend. Let's add something. So that was the dark. Maybe I'll add in a crumb cake. So I'll take the dark crumb cake. This one might be pretty sad looking, yep. Just some little flecks, just to break it up. Oh, it's pretty. Isn't that pretty? Use a bit of dish soap. Okay, good to know, good to know. Okay, let's attach this onto here. Let's glue this, start from scratch here. So let's glue this layer down first onto our Blushing Bride. It almost reaches the edges. It's quite a long piece. Then let's pop this layer up. So I'm going to use dimensional on the back. No sagging allowed for this piece. It's getting lots of dimensionals to hold it up. Ooh, I could put it over here too. Nope, I'm going to stick with my original plan. There we go. And let's pop this layer up as well. And then the other day, my order arrived, and oh my goodness, the Blushing Bride metallic something. What's it called? Metallic ribbon arrived, and man, it is pretty. So we'll have to use that on this card. Okay, so just laying that down there. so. I see I've got myself some black bloop over here. So I think it's time for a sentiment. I think I'm just going to use, well, there's a little note, which I really like because you could stamp a little note on the front, and then whenever you go to send a card, you could put, you know, a little note, happy birthday on the inside, or what have you. There is this friendship. What does it actually say? Friendship is found in simple things. Enjoy the moment. I like enjoy the moment. I haven't used that one yet, so let's dig that out. So when you get a new stamp set, I know most of you are seasoned folk, so, but there are new people out there, and I tend to rush past these steps. So you take off the little backing off the rubber stamp, and you find the coordinating words, picture, image on this little piece. You take off, it's got a slit in it, so you take that off, and then you very carefully, because you can't undo this, lay that down over top so that it's as exact as you can get it. And then you peel the whole thing off, and now you have this sticky part that helps hold the stamps onto your blocks. Plus you can kind of see, you know, are you crooked, or you can see, you know, what your stamp's going to look like. All right, let's get out my early espresso and cover that little dot up with a sentiment. Enjoy the moment. Well, it's not so great. I may go over top with I might cut out a blushing bride circle or something and try that again. We'll see. Then I see, look, check out this ribbon. Oh my goodness. Gorgeous. Now let's put away this ink before I make my own color combination of ribbon. But this ribbon, oh, like it's got that beautiful shimmer, and it's blushing bride on the other side. I don't know if you can see, but that shimmer is just stunning. So anyways, I carefully tied a bow so that both loops were the shimmer, as well as the little tags, if you will. So maybe we can add that right there. So I'm going to get my glue dots to add this on. Okay, just put that there. And when I find my pearls, I think I'm going to add a few pearls just to jazz it up a little. There you go. Isn't that gorgeous background? Oh, and just with a blender pen, we were able to smear some of that dark ink around to make it look like a silhouette. Love it, love it, love it. So there's card number 2. Our last card is not going to be a card. I never make bookmarks. I never do. And so when I kind of saw this, or thought of this idea, saw this shape that you can make with these ornate layers, I thought, oh, this would be a beautiful bookmark. So once again, I've got this shape, same shape as what we used before for our background layer, but this time I did the same thing here, but on that big layer. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous. I did start with early espresso, then crumb cake, then flirty, then blushing bride. I'm going to add this little layer on here. Like so. And then I will glue down this. This is the seed head. I stamped early espresso onto crumb cake and then cut it out. They're very basic shapes, easy to trim out. Oh yeah. Just fold all the bits that are hanging out, bits of glue. And I'm going to put it a little bit off to the left-hand side. And then I got a little piece of Flirty Flamingo, which I'm going to use kind of as the background. And I stamped "The Friendship is Found in Simple Things" on Blushing Bride with Early Espresso ink. And I used the Label Me Fancy Punch to punch this out. It fits perfectly. And this is how I made this little slit here. It comes with this. So these are meant to be, you know, they can be used as tags, but so I decided to use this at the top of my bookmark so that we can add our ribbon. All right, so let's add this little flirty layer, like so, and let's pop up the sentiment. As you can see, paper has two sides, so if it doesn't come out right the first time, do it again on the other side. The magic of paper. All right, and then I'm just going to go off to the right hand side a little bit for there. Okay, and then here's this beautiful ribbon. Let's just fold it in half and slide this through. Come on, there we go. And we'll take our little pieces through. And there's our little bookmark. Of course, I can trim down those pieces a little bit, but there we go. Isn't that nice? I think I'll add some pearls right there. Oh, I was going to maybe stamp this same thing in the background with Crumb Cake. Anyways, too late. And then on the back, because it was getting a little, oh, see, I should have done this earlier. It was getting kind of smeary just from being on my paper here. So I thought, okay, we'll just stamp the image off. So for instance, I've already stamped this one. So if you stamp this a couple times, of course, it's going to make it lighter and lighter. So after stamping off, I think twice, I stamped on the back. And then I thought, okay, I can just go back with our little, I think I did this backwards. Yes, I did. And go in with our little blender brushes and add a little bit of color just to, you know, tone out some of those little blobs. And, you know, just to make it even more whimsy, let's just add some Flirty Flamingo dots on there. Okay, let me change this around here. This way. There. I think I'm going to have to put a glue dot. Well, I can do that right now. Just because it is it's a very heavy ribbon, and it doesn't want to behave, if you will. So I'm just going to put a glue dot underneath here to help hold that, like so. Anyways, there we go. There is our bookmark and our card that's kind of similar-ish. We made this card. And using that template idea, there are those two ideas. And lastly, I'm like, wait a minute. You know that little whirligig? To me, it looks like hearts. So isn't this kind of cute? Talk about simple. So basically, I cut out Whisper White cardstock, Whisper White ornate layer frame, and then just stamped it in the 3 colors and wrote a little note in, or stamped a little note in the Early Espresso, and there's our color combo. Isn't that easy? But it's so cute. I love it. So to me, they look like little hearts. Anyways, so if you like this video, thank you for sharing with your friends and your creative folks in your life. That helps my little business out there. Thank you so much for that. And once again, of course, we are going to be playing around with this stamp set all week, so enjoy the moment stamp set. And if you purchase this with me today, or this week, then I'm going to send you a sample of the well-suited twine, which actually goes quite nicely with this set, as well as what's going to be coming up. If you haven't seen this masculine set in the new catalog, it's going to be a great one for masculine cards and Father's Day cards and all the sorts. So you'll be happy to have that little sample come later on. Just a reminder that we want to, there's where you can go shopping with me if you like. Chopped registration is, I think I put it till the 7th or the 8th, can't remember. Anyways, get your Chopped registration in. The way you can register is that you just contact Lisa or I. For in Canada, it's $10. That includes the shipping and everything. And in the US, it is $7. I believe it's not $7.50. I don't know, can't remember. There's that. There's also, I'm having a paper share right now, so if you want everything in the new catalog, this is one way that you can get it all without having to buy all of the packages. So I kind of have 3 different options. You can just do the paper share, you can just do the ribbon share, or you can do, of course, the paper and ribbon share, which gives you a little bit of a discount and helps with shipping as well. That darn shipping, I tell you, it's tough. So anyways, there's that option for my Canadian friends if you want a sample of all of the beautiful papers. Other than that, was I supposed to tell you anything? Can't remember. Just gonna leave it at that. So thanks for watching today. You guys are awesome. I'm gonna go back and read your comments because I was so busy working away that I didn't really get time to look up too much. So I'm excited to see the chit chat that was happening there earlier on today. Thanks, Mary Ellen, for this beautiful color combo that we used today. Absolutely gorgeous. And of course, all of these cards will be on my blog later on today. Tomorrow is Thankfully Thinking of You Thursday. And we are thinking of the letter T. So anybody in your life who needs a little pick-me-up or a thank you, letter T is kind of a little example or a guide or a thought. So think about somebody that you could send a card to tomorrow. And of course, we're going to be using this stamp set again. I have another little idea that we want to do. And then Friday, I was supposed to do a fun technique. I'll see if I can get it pre-taped. I have to go to Calgary for a medical appointment. So I won't be live, but I'm hoping I can get that taped. If not, I will work on that on the weekend and share that via YouTube. And I'll put a link to Facebook as well so you don't miss out, because I know it's a fun technique. And I know it's going to work perfectly with this stamp set. It'll look so neat. So there you go. Thank you, everybody. And I will see you hopefully tomorrow. Bye, everyone.